You guys, what's going on? I decided to commentate this game even though it had already started, just because noticed someone camping, and at the same time they were boosting, and I was confused by why they were boosting. Partially because one of them was from xGeN supposedly. I looked him up, xGeN ILY. It looked like it was the legit gamer tag. I'm gonna check again to make sure though. And I've also noticed that he wasn't the one boosting; it was someone else, and I was wondering, could it be that they were like sitting right next to each other or something? But then I realized no, they couldn't because they were both on the mic, and they were obviously in a private chat or a party chat or something. But furthermore, after I killed them like maybe two times each, they quit, realizing that I caught them, and they just weren't going to do it anymore. Obviously, they're going to go into another game and do it, but I can worry a little bit less about that. I think a big part of this was the fact that it was a guy from xGeN, and they're a pretty big sniping clan. I don't know if they're as popular as Optic, but they're a very good sniping clan. I respect them, but I don't know if I can respect them that much anymore if this is truly a xGeN sniper. And it was a little frustrating to see, just because, first of all, Modern Warfare 2 is about 2 years old now. It is 2 years old now. And if anything, it's the only game you can really boost in for Call of Duty, besides Call of Duty 4 and World at War. But Black Ops you can definitely not boost in, because it's all you can report them, and you'll get banned pretty easily, or you'll get kicked offline for about a week pretty easily, and you have your stats reset. I think a big part of this, especially for the boosting most of the part, is that I hate when people boost. Honestly, I cannot stand it. Probably one of my biggest pet peeves ever, just because of the fact that when I see people boost, I get pretty annoyed. And I was sniping there for a second because I thought the xGeN guy would snipe, so I thought I'd be a little bit have some decency and snipe with him, and he won't get frustrated, or I won't get frustrated. But when I saw him boosting, I kind of decided to change my mind. I thought that was complete crap. Yeah, so I go back into the scoreboard like every couple seconds. Sometimes flash it a couple times. I don't know. I get kind of obsessive about that kind of stuff. Like, oh my god, I'm 30 and 11. What am I gonna do? And I think that's my final score, to be quite honest. But I'm not too worried about my score. I just really wanted to post this video because I think I might have caught an xGeN guy boosting, or helping someone boost, however you want to say it. The first booster just left, and the second booster, which is the xGeN guy, is about to leave. xGeN ILY, if you couldn't see on the scoreboard yet. It was really frustrating to me, just because I knew he was a pretty decent guy. At least I think he is. I'm not too sure. Haven't subscribed to him and whatnot, but supposedly he's a real xGeN player. I'm not gonna hate. But I'm also wondering, was that just some random that decided to name himself kind of like xGeN, the gamer tag with xGeN ILY on it? A little frustrating for me to see that, and I'm just blowing off some steam by posting this video and whatnot. But it's whatever. I try not to rant too much about random things like that, but I decided to kind of go for it, just because it was a pretty big sniper and it was a pretty big situation. And so when I started gaming, I kind of want to intro you to when I started gaming. When I started gaming, it was probably Nintendo 64. I had that for about 3 years, 4 years, and that was always a good system. That was always a really fun system for me, and I always had fun playing that. It was a good experience, because it really got me into gaming. Then when Metroid came out, oh boy, was that the stuff. And honestly, it wasn't my Nintendo 64 was one of my friends where I used to live, and we always were me and my combined friends would always go over and play on his Nintendo 64. It was pretty fun for a while. Then I just kind of got bored of it. Then I saw the PlayStation came out, and actually the PlayStation 2. PlayStation 2 is my second console, and including handhelds, and PC, I have around 6 consoles right now. I don't play on all of them at once, but like for example, I have the Nintendo DS. I have the Wii. I have the Xbox 360. Obviously, that's what I post my games on. I have I used to have a PlayStation 2. I sold it pretty recently. I am planning on getting a PS3 for Blu-rays and further internet system and whatnot. And because supposedly they're even though the network's free, it kind of sucks. So I'm obviously not going to plan on playing games, but like short games, campaign games, whatever. Planning on buying for the PS3. Crisis 2 might be one of those games to play local, and because it's supposedly online, I played online multiplayer demo for Crisis 2, and honestly, I didn't really enjoy it. I'm probably going to be doing a review on that. I don't know what I'm going to give it as a rating yet, so I can't really tell you if I'm doing a review. It kind of wants to be the closure to a good review. But part of this game I really enjoyed was that the whatever you call the FAL. It's actually one of my favorite weapons now, just because I can fire it so ridiculously fast, and it's really overpowered with the red dot, because I think it like uncaps the limit of how fast you can fire it without doing that X or Y, the Y-ax glitch where you like press Y twice or Y twice really fast and fire then hit X, then press Y twice, fire really fast, hit X. Like just rapidly tapping the trigger. I think that's how it works. I'm not entirely sure. I saw some video about rapid mods, how they make it and whatnot. But it was interesting just because a lot of people I've noticed don't have modded controllers, but the people that do use it with FAL. I just find it funny that I can fire a FAL fairly fast. Maybe not as fast as a guy with a modded or jitter mod controller could. That's what that was called, a jitter mod, where you type X and Y and trigger really, really fast and all together. And when I started playing these types of games, first-person shooters-wise, I didn't get really into them at first. I wasn't that good at Call of Duty 4 when I first got it. That was the first real first-person shooter you could say I ever got. But I kind of got more into it when I got Modern Warfare 2, because there was more of a competitive edge to the game for game battles and MLG and things like that. MLG obviously wasn't very big for Modern Warfare 2 because it wasn't an official circuit game, but it was brackets and whatnot. And a big part of that for me was just being able to have the competitive edge over people, because I have a good group of people I play this game with and whatnot. Then when Black Ops came out, Black Ops, you really disappoint me sometimes. I noticed that the game overall was good, but it had a lot of bugs. The internet on it was horrible. And overall, just, it had a lot of problems with it. I mean, honestly, if I was the makers of Black Ops, I would have waited about a month longer. I would fix all the internet connection problems. And honestly, I wouldn't release it for another month if I gave them the chance and if they had the chance. So I hope that wraps up well with my commentary that I'm doing right now. I will talk to you guys later. This is TheHCgaming. Rate, comment, subscribe. See ya.